Hey guys, welcome to David vs. Film. I am David, yo soy David, and in honor of Memorial Day this year, I am watching Taking Chance 2009. A big hey, hi, and hello to all of you, but to returning viewers, and especially returning subscribers, what's up? I want to first say thank you to everyone who recommended Taking Chance. This has been several years now that I've been doing a Memorial Day reaction, and every year I feel like this movie always comes right near the top of the list of those films that people say you need to watch to find a way to remember those who've given their lives in service to our country, and I am so pleased to finally be getting to watch it. It's a short film, I noticed. It's only a little over an hour, and it stars Kevin Bacon, and I don't know much more about it except that he is escorting or accompanying the body of a soldier home. I don't know much else beyond that, who else is in it besides Kevin Bacon or what else happens, but I'm definitely looking forward to finally watching this movie. Like I said, it comes highly recommended, and I'm ready to jump on in. Now, of course, this will be a highlights-only reaction due to copyright and being respectful of that. I have to, abide by that here on YouTube. But if you would like to see the full, unedited commentary version of this reaction, you can find that over on my Patreon, patreon.com/DavidVersusFilm. I also have access to my Discord server over there where we talk about movies like these and other things we watch on the channel, polls to help me figure out other shows and movies to watch, like this one, for example, and much, much more. So please check that out if you would like. I always appreciate you watching here on YouTube. Please consider subscribing and be sure to check the notification bell if you do. A like is always appreciated. And last but not least, if we're not friends on Instagram, let's be friends. I'll leave a link to my Instagram down below. Plus, be sure to leave those amazing comments like you guys always do. It's how I get to know you better, as well as learn more about the movie. So, thank you in advance for all of that. But for now, boys and girls, let us grab our hymnals, turn to page 2009, and watch Taking Chance.
We have a suspicious vehicle on the right, moving pretty fast, over. Phelps it down, Phelps it down.
Damn. And very effective with it being all black screen. You kind of leaves it to the imagination, And I saw it's based on actual events, so that's good to know. I was curious about that. Oh, God. Can you imagine if this was what you had to do? And like when you're the poor families, you already know when you see them come into the door like that. Yeah, I was saying in the intro, if you didn't catch that I don't know anyone else in this besides Kevin Bacon. I recognize a couple of the names. Tom Wopat. Is that the guy from the Dukes of Hazzard? Think so. Could be. Maybe not. "2004 casualties." Oh, okay. Kevin Bacon has looked the same for like 30 years, I swear to God. Oh my God, I'd never thought about ice before. I mean, that makes perfect sense. I had just never thought of it that way. Oh my God. That's so sad. All I remember ever really seeing, okay, Germany, yeah. All I remember ever really seeing are just like the flag draped coffins like that. I've never seen inside of them.
Sir, it's my recommendation to just send enough augments to cover their casualties.
I know you spend a lot of time on these reports, but I cannot have a bunch of analysts contradict the commanders on the ground.
Hey, Dad.
Guess who came in first in her swim meet?
God, five.
I hope it was her. Otherwise, we're celebrating some other kid.
What are you cooking here?
White chicken chili with a balsamic reduction.
Oh, hell yes. Oh my God. That's a really interesting way to shoot that. First, how sad it looks just with the rain just adds an extra element to that scene. But then the way that they put it right next to a scene where he's like a family man, spending time with his family, and that all these poor soldiers coming back in coffins, their families are having a whole different kind of experience right now.
I read the DOD announcement about a PFC Phelps. He is from my hometown, Clifton, Colorado. I would be honored to escort him home.
It's a little unusual for an officer to escort a PFC.
I would very much like to do it, sir.
Aww.
I volunteered for escort duty.
What is this about, Mike?
Not about anything. He's from Clifton, that's all.
Be about something by the time he's done. This is just so fascinating to me to see this side of it, because like I said, all I ever see is just the images on TV of the bodies or the coffins. You don't really see this side of it. Chance Phelps. PFC, what's PFC? Private first class? PFC? Oh, he's a good dad. Kids might have a weight problem later, but he's a good dad today. And shout out to the military wives, too. My God, the lives that they have to lead.
At every stop, you must ensure that the remains have been correctly loaded. At each transfer point, you will render honors. At no point are you to discuss the nature of the deceased's death.
Oh, I know him. A couple familiar faces so far.
You may deliver the personal effects directly to the next of kin. These effects must stay on your person at all times until delivery.
Oh, I love that they do that, though. Cleaning everything so it looks nice and not, obviously. I mean, seriously, not to be redundant, but I'm just fascinated by seeing all of this process. I had no idea. Very respectful.
Bet you didn't know Marines could sew.
I did not know that, Nadine from Grace Under Fire.
Well, you can be sure that his uniform will be perfect.
Aww.
Whether it's now or later, it doesn't matter. He's a military shrink. It's all confidential.
Oh, no.
It's just an FYI.
Yeah, take the card.
Final destination, Du Bois, Wyoming.
Thought I was on my way to Colorado.
He joined up out in Colorado, but his parents lived in Wyoming.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, because I was wondering why we saw Wyoming earlier, but he said Colorado. I'm picking up what they're putting down now.
Phelps' parents are divorced, so you'll have an extra flag to present to them. That way, the mother and the father will each get one. If you could make sure everything's here, then sign the inventory. Letter Phelps' platoon commander wrote to the family.
Yeah.
Colonel, these remains are not recommended for viewing.
I wondered about that.
It's been my privilege to care for him, sir.
I feel like I'm going to be saying "aw" this whole movie, because I'm just so blown away by like how dedicated and how honorably they take their role in all of this whole process.
This is PFC Chance Phelps. You are ready for departure.
Okay.
Doing okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
He looks kind of familiar too, but I don't know why.
Nobody in my family is in the military, and I was too chicken shit. Sorry, I mean too chicken.
Oh,
You can say shit.
he's a nice guy.
And plus the whole haircut thing. I'm in a band, and you gotta keep it long to keep the ladies happy.
Priorities.
I just wanted to do something.
Aw. Okay, that's another question I had, whether or not they were going to be flying or driving the whole way.
Let the family know we're thinking of them.
Will do. You're a good man, Rich.
Thanks.
Be safe. I have a voucher.
He's the military escort. I'll check him in.
She's like, out of the way, trainee.
I upgraded you to first class all the way to Billings. Thank you for your service.
Aw. It's got to be kind of hard for him too, right, though, with everyone, it just feels like some awkwardness, But everyone's trying to do the right thing, which is so admirable, and that's really refreshing to see.
Sir, I need you to remove your jacket and place it in the bin. It needs to go through the machine.
I will not remove this jacket and denigrate this uniform.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me how to do my job.
Oh, I would not challenge Kevin Bacon, sir.
Take me to a private room and wand me there.
Yep. I mean, the fact that he's military alone, but then also it's Kevin Bacon. I mean, anyone looking like that, I would just be like, yes, sir. You know, right this way. Children. A different kind of enemy. Oh, surely not.
How you doing? All right. I need to get down to the tarmac to watch the loading. Sure.
I was about to say, are they just rolling that thing down, like his body down a conveyor belt? I mean, I guess logistically, that's how they do it, but...
Okay.
You know, another thing too is I never realized that they'd be utilizing commercial aircraft. I just kind of figured, you know, kind of like we saw when they moved the body from Ramstein to Dover, that it would just be all military planes, you know? But I guess that's not really, you know, efficient.
Excuse me, sir. I want you to have this.
Aw, that was very nice. It hadn't occurred to me until just this moment that there's a good chance I'll probably cry at some point during this. Hopefully not. I hate doing that, but like, try to keep it inside.
My family is meeting us there.
Are you related to the deceased son?
Oh, God.
He's my brother.
Oh, God.
Freeze in. Hup. Order. Hup.
That's really sad. Oh my God. Yeah.
I tell you, if I could just get a chair, I'm all set. I really don't want to leave him here alone.
That's what I figured. Yep.
Yeah, this is my Jeep. Should be a little more comfortable in that chair.
Aww.
Mike Strobl.
Tom Garrett.
How you doing, Tom?
You've been back this time around?
Everyone's so kind.
No, I'm a numbers cruncher now.
Yeah, so his number cruncher. That's what I figured earlier when he was looking at the different names and like how many people they'd lost. That's so cool. Look at that. So respectful. You ever seen Footloose? Oh, there we go.
How embarrassing.
Trust me, you're a breath of fresh air.
All right, you're married, Kevin Bacon. Pick up that Us Weekly and distract yourself. So beautiful. That's so beautiful out there. Is Northwest Airlines still around? I don't remember hearing about them lately.
What was his name? Your Marine.
PFC Chance Phelps.
I know the name of every KIA I've ever carried.
Oh, wow. He's a good man, too.
I'm Gary from Rafferty's Funeral Home.
Gary, Mike Strobl.
I got a hearse that's ready to go. I've known his dad for years.
Yeah, I guess everybody does pretty much know everybody up there. Smaller, you know, small. I grew up in a small town. That's how it was there anyway, but I assume up there, too. I think Wyoming is like the least populated state we have. It's beautiful. I like the way they mentioned earlier that there were two flags, you know, one for his mom and one for his dad. I never thought about it that way. I just always figured there was just the one. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to have to ride with Gary the whole way. You know, Gary's got some stories, probably. Anybody with, like, the bolo tie usually has a lot of stories to tell. Look at that, even the trucker. Oh, they're doing it too, the headlights. Everyone's so respectful. Because you know when it started, they saw, they're like, oh my God, why are they going so slow? And then they start to pass like, oh, my bad. Look at that. Aww. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Must be Major Thompson.
Yes, sir. Mike Thompson from I-223 down in Salt Lake City.
Mike Thompson. I know Mike Thompson. If Mike is watching, hey, Mike.
I have some items the family would like to have inserted into the casket. I guess now would be a good time to do that.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
You know it's going to be a closed casket funeral.
I just want to make sure he's squared away.
Yeah. And major respect to the funeral home directors too, by the way, and all the staff that work there, because I could not imagine doing that. The things you see and the professionalism you have to have.
Folks at Dover did a great job. They knew he wasn't going to be viewed in his uniforms. Perfect.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know they don't put the shoes on. Is that normal? And I've never looked at the feet. Oh shit! Look at this. Okay. I love places like that, though. Honestly, like forget that Marriott earlier. Give me this. This looks cool. Oh, this must be the VFW hall. Yeah, there we go. God bless PFC Chance Phelps.
This whole town is grateful to you.
It was my honor.
Here we have Gunny Mulcahy, Chance's recruiter.
Oh, so nice. Everybody wants to shake his hand.
Michael Orange.
Sir.
He was with Chance when he died.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
He could get away with anything. Our first mortar attack in Ramadi. We're all scared, you know. Phelps grabs his rifle, runs outside, and is like, "Where they at? Where they at?"
We need to head up. Yeah, we're building something special to take him up to the cemetery.
Oh, my God. Is that Matthew Morrison? For like a quick second, it looked like him. Maybe not, but it seemed like him.
Chance wasn't even supposed to be there that day. He was up on the turret looking out for trouble.
Most dangerous job a Marine can have.
Yeah. Suddenly there's this huge boom. Bullets flying everywhere. There's chaos, just total chaos. His finger was still on the trigger, shooting, but his head was slumped over.
Oh.
I just keep running it, you know, in my mind, like, what could I have done better? What could I have done different?
Poor kid.
Just can't believe that I'm here and he's not.
I'm glad you're here, Sergeant.
Oh, it's a good thing to say. That obviously means something
Means a lot
different coming from. I was just about to say, obviously it means a lot coming from him. You know, everyone else means well, but he knows. You know.
Sir, Sergeant.
He's a good actor. Like, it feels like a real. I mean, I know it sounds weird to say it this way. It feels like a real person. Like that. That was that guy. The guy with the brother got me, and then he kind of got me.
It wasn't your time, Colonel.
It was exactly my time, but I just kept ignoring it. Checked those casualty lists, just praying that I didn't recognize any of the names.
Want to be with your family every night? You think you have to justify that? You better stop right there, sir. You brought Chance home. You're his witness now. Without a witness, they just disappear.
God damn, those old people, they always know just what to say. And it's good that he hears it from a senior like that, because he, just like the younger guys respect him, he respects that guy, I assume. And Kevin Bacon seems like Gary Sinise to me, like where he's one of those actors where like I don't know if he served or not, but it's like he's trying to do his part by, you know, representing that in film and television.
John Phelps, Chance's dad.
Yeah, from Dukes of Hazzard. That's right. All right, good. You know, good to see him. Oh, he plays his dad. That's awesome.
And this is Chance's sister Kelly and her fiance Rob.
Oh, military family.
Some of Chance's things.
Yeah, they got him clean, didn't they? Yeah, I'd be losing it too. I'd be losing my shit if I saw this. I would just be, that would do it. That would do it.
This is the medal that Grandma gave him. Remember?
St. Christopher.
You do not mourn alone today. All across America, people are thinking of you and praying for you.
That's so true.
A flight attendant in Philadelphia handed this to me. Chance has touched many people.
Somebody cutting onions?
Chance meant the world to me and to all of us here in the 2nd Platoon.
Where's Gary?
I know parents aren't supposed to have favorites. Trust me, platoon commanders do.
Oh.
He was as fierce in battle as he was gentle in friendship. Please know that he died a hero.
Wow. Whole town's there. And the Boy Scouts. Yeah, it really is the whole town.
Fire!
Oh my God! I just realized his mother. Sorry, just side note is Ann Dowd is the actress name, I believe, from Handmaid's Tale and other things. Really great actress. She looks different in this though, but I'm pretty sure it's her. That'd be hard. That'd be really hard. And I'm curious who they are because I've seen those guys before, like in the red jackets, but I don't know who that is. I don't know who they are. Oh, no, he's just his regular civilian clothes. No one knows who he is anymore. It's like,
I didn't know Chance Phelps before he died. But today, I miss him.
He gets me home with his family. Phelps, like at the beginning. Oh, that's it. Like the way they tied it back like that. It ends the same way we started. That was really, really good. Oh, that's him. Oh. They put the dog in there. That's not fair. Just that one, final emotional punch at the end, right? It came close. That was one of those, it really came close to tearing me up. Definitely one of those that you feel. Everyone did a phenomenal job, in my opinion. I will say that. Kevin Bacon, though, come on. I mean, he's not even one of my favorite actors. He doesn't bother me or anything, but I'm not going to rush out to see something because of him at the same time. And so this movie for me was at least one of his best, if not like the best that I've seen him in. Just to be honest with you. I mean, he's done some really great work, and I'm not thinking about his whole career at this moment, but just knee-jerk reaction. I thought it was great. I was really on the edge of crying many times. Well, at least a few that I can think of. One, the sergeant who was escorting his own brother. I mean, that was just, oh my God, that was almost too much for me in that moment. The family. Seeing that scene with them, and then of course some of the soldiers they showed at the VFW when they were talking, his friend from home, right? And then of course his parents and his sister. And to know this was a real person, because I was gonna say that too. Like obviously, as we saw in the very end, that one final gut wrench montage of videos and photos of the real Chance Phelps. I was gonna say that this was also a great representation of just any soldier, because we didn't see him the whole movie. He's the namesake of the film, but obviously you don't see him. So for me, that's kind of a good sort of representation of any soldier story and their family story that goes through this. And for me, as a civilian, coming from a civilian family, it was an education on what all goes into the process of taking care of our fallen soldiers and how we get them from where they've been serving back home. And just so many aspects of it I didn't realize, the very just like detailed and thoughtful and, honorable execution of cleaning the body and taking care of the personal effects and all of that, and showing respect all along the way. But I like the way they also showed how people responded. It's awkward. It's very awkward. It felt awkward anyway. Everyone's intentions were in the right place and their heart was in the right place, but you just don't really know what to say. And I thought that was so well shown with the girl sitting next to him on the plane who was texting, oh, he's hot, on her old Razor phone, and then she realizes sort of what his mission is that day. And she's like, oh shit, my bad, Yeah, sorry, just kind of, anyway, get the sniffles a little bit, but yeah, so phenomenal film. And I have to say, I really thought it was going to be hard to top Hacksaw Ridge from last year, because that one, holy moly, that one really was impressive, and that was a very long movie too. But it was so well done. This though, I really thought this was a very effective film. So I just definitely want to say thank you to those of you who've seen this film and came in for this reaction, because I like to share these kind of moments with you guys, especially in like the chat we have afterwards. I know a lot of reactors always say that, but I really mean it. I like to see you guys' comments because I want to hear your thoughts on this. I want to hear the things that I missed that I wouldn't know that you would. I want to hear any kind of stories you might have. I get very interested in those kind of things. So definitely please let me know your thoughts. And if you want to see future videos like this, as far as that kind of stuff goes, subscribe is always appreciated. Thank you so much for that. But more than anything, like I say in other videos, if this is your first time seeing a reaction from me, I always say that I appreciate your time more than anything, and that's definitely the case here as well. It's just there's so very little of it, and a movie like this reminds us of that, so I definitely appreciate you spending some of it with me today. And I just want to say that as we move into this Memorial Day weekend, for those of you here in the United States, I hope you guys have a safe one, and enjoy the time with your family and friends as we remember those who've given their lives in service to our country, as we all remember that freedom isn't free.